Oh, hello, 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 hello. Right. So, we are in the final stages here. Final stages. Good morning, everyone. Hope you're all having a great day. Just about to get into it. Okay. As soon as it loads, either Blender or Unity. Cheers. All right. We're super, super close to done with Lord Pepsi here. So close. Now we're just waiting on Unity to pop up, but things are going good. If you haven't seen the character yet, let me load up the visuals. It wants to load. Here's the boy. This is kind of the colors inside of Blender, which are not quite correct. We got them all rigged. Facial movements, all that kind of stuff. It's super good. And here's what he looks like in game. Beautiful. Okay. So we're going to save the animator work for last. And our first step is going to be to pose our tail. We want a slightly different position for the tail. So we'll go to here, animations, and we're going to go to create animation. Sit down. This will be a Lord Pepsi tail pose. Yeah, tail pose. Okay, and then we've got this nice testing avatar. Or testing animator. We'll drop it right there. And then we'll get rid of all this other junk in there. Drop the tail pose right here. Select the character, hit record. And I'm just gonna move some bones around. So first things first, we've got our little bone for the tail here. Pop open this Arceus' all the tail bones. And I believe it starts straight, so we'll keep this position. And then this one should kind of start rotating down. It does like a little swoop, little S curve. You know you've done a tail right when it bends that smoothly. Good morning, Arctic. Hello. What? Hello? I said you know you've done it right if you bend a tail this smooth, if the tail bends this smoothly. Didn't sound like I said something else. When was I modded? Oh, I modded you after you left yesterday. Surprise mod! Welcome to the club. The Mod Club. Perhaps I should have asked first, but I figured give you some control over some of the weirdos that come by sometime. Posing a tail is kind of funny. Runs with a sword cackling. Destroy them! There we go. That looks pretty cute. So that'll be our tail pose. And we will have that play at the start. Let's see, can I just... There's no real need to work in these advanced settings. Unless I want just a quick toggle. Oh, this is what we want. Lord Pepsi animator. And we'll call this tail base. And this one, let's put here. So this should just play by default. Let's see here to say play. Ooh, bouncy tail. Very floofy. It looks very fluffy. Cool. My little checklist here. That's the base tail pose. Okay, now I want to check this fucking setup. Sorry. Let's see. This thing here. So we have the Lord Pepsi animator. When I say create controller, you can override and it creates a new controller here that contains everything from our base one. So why are there even two? I really don't get that. Whatever. Let's swap our hand poses. At least we know how not to break it. Because last night I did lose a good chunk of work. Thanks to the weird way they have this set up. Left relaxed. Boom. 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 Okay. Then hand left thumbs up. Hand left gun. Hand left point. Hand left piece. And hand left rock and roll. Open. Oh, this is the right hand. I should be using this one. Oh, my eyes sting a little bit. Boom, hand right piece. And hand right rock and roll. Boom, okay. So now, another moment of truth. If I create again. Does this use our new animations? Yes, it does. Okay. Good. So we thoroughly interrogated how this works and understand it now. Thank goodness. All right. We have the toggles for the capes. So I guess something that's important is in these advanced settings, we have these inputs. Okay. So this is if we want to use auto generation, but we can simply create a parameter with this name. So let's do a test of that. So if I have a name, which is, I'll just put test, and we'll get rid of this. But we now have this here. When I create the controller and attach it, it creates. This feels so silly. Do it like this, but it does create a test layer with a test on and off and a parameter. Okay. So let's try this one more time. If I go back to my main animator and we make a layer called test, will it create that same setup? And we have the parameter. So if I go here now, create, okay, attach. Okay. So as long as I have the layer and the parameter already, I can put whatever I want in this layer and not be worried it's going to get overwritten. But that's how I create the parameter or the interface, because I need this. This is the most important part. This parameter right here. Actually, I don't know that, do I? Not 100% sure on that. That's my assumption. Unless it generates all these parameters onto the hand of the character anyway. Which would be kind of interesting. I don't think it does. But you never know. Okay, so that's test. Obviously, we don't really want test. What we want is a little bit more complicated. Complicado. What we'd like is a blend tree. We'll call this Lord Pepsi blend tree hail sway. And we'll have a animation clip that goes from 0 to 1 on the motion of the tail. So it'll be a swaying motion. Yeah. And we'll put that in test. I wonder if it'd let me do direct blend trees. There probably isn't a reason it wouldn't do that. No, there's no reason for a one-dimensional. Okay. Add. So we got the tail pose. I'm going to duplicate that. We'll call this tail sway 0. On what this will be, it's just exactly the same animation. Then we'll duplicate it and create tail sway 1. And this one will be a little different. Take the testing animator, put it here, save, click. Testing animator. So go here. And on our boy, hit preview, play, nothing's happening. There's no frames to lerp between. We'll copy these frames, put them over here. All right. And so about halfway in between, hit record, go to the base tail. Actually, no, it should be here. Go up there. And here. It'll go over here. So play. That looks a little goofy. Why so goofy? Why so goofy? And I don't really need these frames, just the root one. Let's go to the curves. Of course, it's going to give us like smallest view possible for that. Z rotation. Should be Y rotation that's the most important, this yellow curve. Hello, Uni Krishna, welcome. Something about that rotation is odd. It's Unity, yes, this is Unity here. Good old Unity. It actually shouldn't be moving it. Huh. Should just be linear. Thank you very much. Right. Specifically, we're making something for what are we making it for? We're making it for Chill Out VR, if you're familiar with Chill Out VR. We're going to move these over here. And at the start, we're going to rotate them. First bone. What's wrong? Okay, let's see what we're gonna do. I'm gonna do this. Why is it so difficult? Okay, that looks really bad. It's because we're missing tail 0. Alright, let's redo this tail. Here, I want to copy tail 0 into this one here. Preview this. It should really be on the start, it's over here. On the end, it's over here. And then we just go back to that start position. Yeah, okay. That should work. We want to extend that out to like maybe 2. Beautiful. That took a lot of work. All right. Now let's go back to our animator on our test, which we'll now rename to tail sway. Which the parameter we'll need for it will be a float tail sway. And on that layer, we created our blend tree. Blend tree is going to use, you guessed it, tail sway. And we're going to be able to go between these 2 values. We have a slider. And then on the character, we can now create tail sway as a input, and it will be a slider. We got to create the controller. Go click on it and look at it. Good. Now we can go to play mode. Drop this on the character, hit play. Fluffy. Fluffy! And tail sway 1. Does nothing because that should have adjusted this parameter. Moving it doesn't do anything either because I'm not selecting the right animator. I will set it to 1. Does that. Useless. Let's make sure these are both set to looping animations. And actually, tail sway 0 should be as long as this one. So copy this, go over to 2 minutes, 20. Bam. Try again. All right. Then we click. Tail sway 1 is that really strong sway. But we can go to like 0.5 or 0.1. Now we get just a little bit of motion. 0.05. All right. That looks pretty good. So say default value 0.01. Good stuff. So now we'd like the wing position. So we want a slight idle animation for the wing, which we will use we will cheat. And we're gonna go here, not cheating, this is actually how it's meant to be used. But we'll make one called wing idle. Okay, and this will be a toggle. Default value is true, so it starts on. I guess false. Wait. Yeah, true. And we'll use an animation clip. And the animation clip will be our wing animation, which we haven't made yet. We will make that now. Put our tail animations in here. And create another folder for wings. And in here, we create a animation. Lord of Pepsi, wing idle. This should be our little idle animation. And just trying to think about how we should organize this. So, it's a little goofy, but it should work. Okay, so we're gonna put the testing animator back on. Drop it here. Click our character and hit record. So wing idle will take, you guessed it, the wings. We're gonna do stuff to the wings. I'm gonna grab this. And, you know, I take that back. I'm gonna revert this. Preview, record, cut this value, paste it. Same for the other way. Cut, paste. All right. So wing idle should be a slider. Just want them kind of like moving slightly. Like that. That's all we really want. So, but we'll need a blend tree for this. That's the only way it's gonna really work proper. So we have wing idle. We're not really gonna use that. We're gonna call this wing sway 0. Duplicate that to wing sway 1. Drop these both into our animator. Okay, wing sway 1. So to start, what we'll do kind of a downward and in motion. Same here, downward, in. And then go over here and we'll do a upward and out motion. Upward motion. Then I'd actually like to get back the original positions. This way, 1. And we'll go back to. So let's see. How's that? How's that look? Preview. Play. Copy those. And at the very end, paste them again. So we have this whole little loop here. It's a little rough. Let's get rid of this chunk. Then if we do that over the course of 3 minutes, it should feel kind of nice and slow, a little bit slower than that maybe. I feel like that's pretty nice. All right, so that means at 8 minutes, or whatever this calculates, definitely not minutes, but at 8, zoom out. We gotta zoom out so much. That doesn't help. Paste that. Okay, so now we have a slider that we can turn on between these values. Ugh. Okay. So now we want to duplicate this, and we'll create one called wing sway. And we'll take our wing sway 0, wing sway 1, drop those right in there. All right. It's wing idle. Sorry. Wing sway. And you won't generate anything. You will just create a float. Like that. And on our main animator, we'll create a layer called wing sway. Pump that up. Take the parameter. Create in a float called wing sway. Layers. Go in here. Take our blend tree that we just made. Go into it. Give it the correct parameter. Should be good. Now, we click our boy. We can go ahead. It should just work because as long as we have the parameter here, and this parameter is correct, this parameter is correct, should be good. Fingers crossed. Pretty sure that's all it's looking for. Save, play. Beauteous. Parameter on the boy, wing sway 1. Be important to make sure these are looping animations. Play. Okay. Now they just have this very slight movement. Love that. Back to advanced settings. Our wings should be, let's say 0.25 as their default value. Should look pretty good. All right. That's our idle animation. And this is definitely a little extra. Don't have to do this, but there is a flying state in this character. So I think that we should make a flying animation. And let's just double check. What does that actually look like when we click that? We also do need to go back and ensure that the bean position is the same as the body position so we don't get this mismatch. That is true for the eyebrows and the beans. Bean, shadow. Okay. We're getting there, y'all. We're getting there. So, okay, there's a little bit more we want to do. We're going to duplicate this. We're going to call this wing fold 0. This one's a little bit simpler, thankfully. So we're going to duplicate this. Call this wing fold. Go to parameters, or go to our animator, layers, wing fold. In here, we have wing fold 0, and the parameters will be, you guessed it, wing fold. So this will be like an all the way out, and then all the way in the middle. We'll have these two states. This one does not need to loop, because these are just positions. Okay. Excuse me. Sorry, that was gross. All right, wing fold. So we take the testing animator, we drop it onto the body. We go in here, we're going to drop wing fold 0 right here. We're going to make 2 more versions, wing fold 1 and then wing fold 0.5. Odd, but so 0.5 is actually our neutral position. 0 should be a little bit different. 0 should be for these, I will actually take the full. Oh, did I lose all my? Oh, no, I never saved it. Okay, that's fine. So wing fold 0. We're gonna hit record, and this will be like fully extended out to the sides like this. And I would love for that to be able to mirror. Do that. I don't know how to do that, so we just have to kind of wing it. I mean, I could have made this animation in Blender. I may do that for this next one, where we will no, I'm just gonna do it in Blender. Okay, so we're gonna go here. We're going to go to animation. This. Then we're going to go here. Go to Dope Sheet Action Editor. Remove the Shape Key Baker because we've already done all of that. Make a new action called Lord Pepsi Fly. And go to our viewport, turn off the axes, turn on the deform layer, and we're just going to this. Okay, this is way too laggy because I've got the triangulate mod on. Remember to turn that back on. So L. We'll call this Lord Pepsi Wings stack. Or, yeah, stack. Make a new one. Wings fly. So we're basically gonna have a few poses. First is like I'm gonna do a flying motion. So they flap down to the sides and then pull up and then out, down. Okay. So there's an upward motion, kind of this fully out, down. Okay. So we'll do the fully extended pose first. Thank you, DPS. And hello, welcome. Okay, so there's that. And then we want to do, we have the outward motion, flap down. So they should have this strong downward position. Probably like this. Then kind of this constrained recovery. This one's here. Where they kind of folding back up. Oops. Up a little bit. Make sure this is off. That's gonna fucking kill me. like the very compressed wing. And this should be a pretty short lap, so it's probably right around like 12 frames. Seems a little strong. But I want to edit this one. All right. Not terrible. A little too strong on the downward position, I think. That looks pretty good. Much better. Maybe just a little bit softer. Let's say 16. Looks a little... Let's see. forget how to do this, but basically there's a way to that's not it. It's kind of cool though. Easing. If I remember correctly, basically that we want to like push these down and push these up. Oh, that's terrible. If I do that again, it's something. Basically, the looping in Blender or in any curve graph doesn't work properly. Oh yeah, that looks a lot better already. It's a little more exaggerated now. But the in-betweening, there's no... a little less of that hang time at the end. And actually, let's set the range to 15. No, that's wrong. Let's not do that. That does look better though. Depends on the type of flying you're doing. If you're just hovering in place, which is basically what I'm trying to do, is a hovering in place animation. They were flying, but it makes more sense for a hover in place on this one. I'll switch back to this one. I want to make it a little bit bigger. I still think it's kind of too fast. I'm going to switch it to 22. Yeah, it feels nice and soft. We just don't want it to feel frenetic. Maybe even 24, actually. Yeah, I like that. These two wings. Ooh, this should not have any position data. Good. Time there. Okay, I don't want to get too crazy with this. There was a cool add-on for visualizing the motion. I think this one actually does need it. Good morning, Reyes. Welcome. That looks good. That's what we're going with. So that's our fly animation. Flappy animation. Ooh. Okay. We're gonna make new animation for the wings. Lord Pep, actually, Pep really quick, and we'll just make a new one. Wings, extended. Splay. That's what we'll call it. So this will go in the middle of this. Do an animation for kind of like collapsed or folded. This is Blender, yes. And hello, welcome. Then our last frame will be a fully outward play. Okay, and this way we've got all these different poses. We can go to 0, take it down. To send to Unity, need only export as FBX. Yes, yes indeed. There we go. I tend to use AutoRig Pro for my exporting, so it makes quick work of a lot of the export options. Okay, nice. So now we've got the fly animation, we've got the wing splay animation. We have a wing idle, static. Don't really need a static one. This will be our idle. And all that's gonna be is don't we already have an idle one? Yeah, let's just leave the idle alone. Okay. So now we've got all the animations. We would like to include those animations, include them on our export. Fake animations. We're gonna do Lord Wings Fly and Splay. Those are the ones we want. There we go. All right. So the reason we switched back, Ubisoft. The reason we switched back to new Blender there, it's just a lot easier to animate in Blender. Unity is not built for animating. It is just a kind of a mess, really. All right. And then back to Blender really quick. Okay, I should have exported. Let's take a little look at Unity. So now our FBX has animations. We got these two animations. So if I go here, play, beautiful. Okay. Now there's some issues with that. First is we don't want to affect the whole body with that animation. So we will take in the animator here, say toggle all, find our wings, boom, boom. Okay, so now those should be, okay, so that's all we want to use from these. We don't want to affect the body, we only want to affect the wings on this layer, this animator layer. Otherwise, it gets messy. It gets real messy. But we can see we have the animation clips now, which is awesome. And you can see one of the big issues with it is it includes all this garbage that we don't want. In fact, I don't even see the bone animations for the wings. Just all animator stuff. That's okay, because we can actually mask this out right here by doing this and hit apply. Now when we select fly, we can see our there we go, that's what we want to see. Still really wants to do the skin mesh renderer for some reason. But that's okay. Now it's all ready to extract. We just need to duplicate the animations out of there and delete the blend shape stuff. And we do not want blend shapes. I wish we could tell it to leave the blend shapes alone. I mean, on our mask I am telling it to not use that, so I don't know what else to do there. It still really wants to do that. Okay. As long as we still use it with the mask in the animator, should be good. Okay, so back to here. Back to looking at our animation. Mask. Or splay. Okay. So, let's set up the animator. Go to layers. We'll call this wing fly. And this will be pretty darn simple. With an empty here, and then the animation wing fly here. We of course want to give this our mask. We'll transition between these two states. It'll be null. This one will be the flying, which we want to loop. I have to tell it to loop right here. Good stuff. Okay. That should be good. Now we just want to add the... That's fine. Flying. If flying is true, we go down. And if flying is false, we go up. Why's the wing up there? Son of a beeswax. Okay, so that... That boy don't look right. Something odd's happening there. The rig has it right. I want to reset. I'd like to revert. Either. Okay, so something's off for sure. It must be when it's getting exported, because for some reason it wants to set the bones when we export from AutoRig Pro. Ooh. Still wants to put the wings back. I do not have an animation on these. What happens if I export without the animations? Will it fix the wings? Okay, so it is something with exporting the animations, which is frustrating. We're gonna make a new animation called null or rest pose. We're gonna take everything, frame 1, Alt GRS, make sure everything's at 0, and hit I. So we keyframe everything exactly as it is right now. And then we're going to go back to AutoRig Pro. We're going to bake the animations, but we will include rest pose at the end. Hope that fixes it. Why? Maybe I have to put it before. Can't reorder those. So we can make an actions list. I can add multiple here. Rest pose, flying. Then display. Which we'll do here. Add. And then I will do this again. Fuck. Okay, so that leaves us the final option, which is to get rid of this. We'll go back to just using this, but as multiple FBX files. Should use an underscore. We'll get rid of rest pose. I don't need that. It's not doing anything. And we'll try that. So that could create a oh, what a stupid way to do it. No, okay, I know what I should do. Okay, I didn't need to. So reset the fucking pose again. Okay. This is useless. So we made multiple FBX files. We're going to delete those right now. I'm going to go back to Blender, point to AutoRig Pro. No need for multiples. Export. All right, save that. Back to here. Okay, so that's broken. We don't like that it's broken, but it is broken. Thankfully, we have the information we want right here. So what we're gonna do is just extract these. I'm gonna duplicate them. Now we have the animations we want. Then we'll re-export without animations. Should have reset the pose there. Animations from Blender to Unity There's just something really stupid about that workflow. I don't understand why it's so broken. There we go. Okay, the nice part is now that we've done that, we can actually clean up this. Get rid of these blend shape keyframes because those will mess things up. Okay, now in Wing Fly, we can go here, save that, and drop that here. Now on our character, we've got the animator. Let play. Oh, that took too long. That took too long. See what happens when we crunchy. Let's go to testing. I'm going to drop this here. Take our fly animation, put it right here. Save that. And when flying is occurring, we will turn off the dynamic bone wings. I miss VRC Fury. Wonder why that's really odd to me. So it's the fold layer that's fucking up. Makes sense because there's two different animations there. We'll just get rid of Wing Fold right now. Okay. Try that one more time. So the dynamic bones are clearly on. We want them on. Lape wobbly. And then when we turn on flying, turn off the dynamic bones while the flying is happening. All right, not bad. If we just got rid of the shadows there, I think it'd look perfect. Awesome. Okay, so all right. So an interesting thought is for our fold, wing fold animation, we have the splay here. This is kind of what we'd want to use, display. Change the speed. Don't want it to loop. You just want it to be a single position. Okay, so let's go back to Lord Pepsi. Take the testing, drop it here. And in here, we'll add display. So what we'd like to do, the beginning and end have full positional values, which is good. It is what we want. Minus the position values, let's get hairy. And I should actually move that from the flying animation too. Wonder how I could have changed that on the importer to get rid of that. Perfect. Okay. So now we have the original display. And we're going to take this. Delete these. Or actually, no. So in display, we'll select this, copy, and that will be bold 0. And then we'll go to display, we'll select here, select all these, copy, go to 0.5, paste. Then 1, display, over here, select all these, copy, 1, paste. It doesn't matter if I'm deleting those. Okay. Then go down to that blend tree of wing fold and do 0. 0.5, 1. Good stuff. All right. Now we can add back our main animator. Try this one more time. Which I will rename to wing display. Both there and there. Just to be very exact. Play. Good, so we can see it's working right off the bat. For our wing display, we want to this. We are using the wrong parameter. Okay. Twitch info is invalid. Okay, well, I'll have to take a look at that. Thanks for letting me know. And if you'd like to join the Discord, I can go ahead and drop that. Well, here. Oh. Oh. Can you guys still see me? For some reason, Restream kicked me out when I tried to do that. It's like, I can't... Looks like chat is still working, but... Yeah, Restream is the fucking worst sometimes. Okay, is this gonna work now? Why did it kick me out? Why did it kick me out? Hey Arctic, catch you later. I can only see you in the OBS, but catch you later. Thanks for coming by. Enjoy your weekend. Or enjoy your week. Enjoy your day. Alright, it looks like we got a chat back. There we go. Lost my little window there. But I'm back. Okay. I probably missed a few comments. But hello, hello. Alright, wing splay, so we can adjust this now. Beautiful, looks quite cool. Fold them up if we need. Send them if we need. I wish there was some smoothing we could do in the blend tree, but I don't want to mess with that right now. It'll be nice because you'll have an actual slider in chill out to actually move around, so it won't be so sudden. And the question is, does this override the sway? Play one more time. See what else we can experiment with. So get the animations out of here. Need a bigger monitor. That'd be so nice. So the wings are not moving. That's just because we didn't have any default values on. But they do work with the splay and with the extending, so that's good. That's awesome. And then if we hit fly, it'll switch over. And we go back to using the other values. It's working. Dope. All right, wings are done. Now, what we need to do is take our animator and create some expressions. So we're going to go to make new layer called exp left, or we'll just say expressions. I'm going to move this way up over here. We'll copy the left hand for now, but it doesn't really matter what we use. Paste it here. Okay. So we have 8 expressions. Here. And for some reason, Chill Out really prefers this odd bullshit here. So I guess we'll do that. Expressions are annoying. So basically, we have some conditions to do a different expression. When none of those conditions are met, it should just be the neutral expression that plays. So we want this one to be our layer default. So if none of these conditions are met, it goes to open. And we can actually just delete that. And then, because this is neutral expression. And we'll add that right now. Expression neutral. Okay. Then we'll do angry. Lep. I'm just using this list of the expressions that we have. Fusion. Happy. We already have neutral. Sad. Shock. Out. And is that all of them? Angry, blep. Oh, we're missing blush. Or flirt, or whatever you want to call it. Try to maintain the ordering here. All right. So for angry, I prefer it to be dual fist. Squeeze both fists should be an angry expression. We do still have disable expressions down here, which is good. So whenever we want to turn these all off, write down the, oh right. Then we do want to also add for the expressions, we'll also add ear movement and eyes as well. Tonic and Sales, thank you for the sub. Welcome to the stream. Hello, hello. We're working on this avatar right now, getting some expressions made. Let me know if you have any questions. Right now we're just chilling. be 1. That one. Blep we'll do as piece, maybe the peace sign. Left piece, right piece. We'll do left piece. So gesture left. Piece is 5. Okay. So 4.9. Really don't like its naming convention. That's okay. Because basically these values contain 5. It's the upper and lower bounds of 5. Kind of an odd way to do it. All right, let's make another transition. I'm going to copy these settings. So, as exit time, 06. And cannot transition to self. Okay. Interesting stuff. So we didn't add any transitions here for blush. For blush, just like the flirty expression, usually I do a double point. Point is 4 in this case. So for blush, double point. Oh, sorry, I forgot which one it was. Point is 4. Three point 3.9 4. 4.1, 3.9, 4.1, silly. All right, so that was blush. Confusion will have be just 1 point, maybe left point. Oh, that. That'd be 4, so 3.9, 4.1. Left hand. Happy, right, peace. Peace is 5. Happy, right. Yep. Then sad. We'll do left thumbs down. Well, thumbs up technically, but you can turn your hand around. 2. $1.9. Shock. Should be right point. Or and lastly, tongue out, which we do this too. And tongue out, we'll do left rock and roll. And I believe rock and roll just greater than 5.9. All right, so the next thing we want to double check is the order of these, because blep needs to happen for the other points, shock and confusion. Those have to be considered before, otherwise it'll never reach the dual motion, dual hand gesture. The only one that's dual expressions, so that should work. That all should work. Fingers crossed. Let's give it a shot. And he stand up. Oh. So. Huh. And we'll actually make a second transition. Hello, Riso. Good morning. We're surviving. We are surviving. Slowly finishing up this. Heavy. Almost done. Should have them done before lunch. Oh. Ooh. Okay. No, the neutrals need to be considered last. But also, why did it put the body into such an odd position? None of this should be affecting anything other than the body expressions. So why did he drop down? Wow, these take way too long. Transition duration, like 0.2. I'm gonna turn off exit time. I should have done that with these ones. So, 2. Notice one of them shock it was you had both set to greater than. I would have thought one would be greater than, one would be less than. So it contained the value when you alluded to. So many tricks that to this will need to learn, read the logic. So in this case, the logic I'm trying to match is what Chill Out VR had earlier. I don't think you need to do this. Animators are pretty free-flowing. If you can come up with your own logic to do something, usually you can just do that. But I'm trying to match what they had here because I'm not familiar with Chill Out, so I don't want to play around with too much. But for shock, let's take a look. You're right, greater and greater, so this should be greater than. Actually, yeah, let's double check these values. So greater than 5.9, greater than 1.9, less than 2. Greater than this one, less than that. Oh, of course, because I set the less and then I added a value. That breaks it for some reason. Silly. Silly. And it should be greater than, less than. Greater, less. It's contained within these. That works. Try again. Hello, Akmal Kasset. Welcome. What is from? You're from Indonesia. I am in Texas, United States. So, good old Texas. Immediately breaks the animation. Is that? The animator is completely broken at that point. It's actually Chill Out VR, technically. For Halloween, I'm making a black mage outfit from Final Fantasy. Hey, that's awesome. Hopefully I'll have time to make the outfit for my friends too, Cloud and Sephiroth. Sephiroth! Definitely keep them simple, because that sounds like a lot of work to me. So what about my expressions is breaking? Let's see. Pull out our console here. So if they're both set to 1, do this animation. That's basically what I'm saying. Let's target a different one. Let's do blep, which is 5 on the left hand. 5 on the left hand. Breaks it as well. Okay. Shouldn't be affecting anything other than the body, so I think we need a mask, is what's going on. So we're gonna make another mask here. We'll call this Lord Pepsi expression. We'll go to transform. We want to be able to affect the body. Let's actually turn everything off. We want to affect the body, and we want to be able to affect the ears. That's it. Nothing else. So then on this layer, we'll do the expression mask. Try this again. See if that helps. My guess is that's the problem. So, block 1. Okay, good. Better. We're still not actually getting any expression because there is no expression on these. So I never assigned the expressions. That would certainly do it. I renamed them. I did not assign them. With coding, this is similar to coding, but it's an animator. A state machine is kind of what it's usually referred to as on a technical level. You can make logic with it, but it's not necessarily coding, that's for sure. So cool. What's blep? Blep is 5. It's hitting the neutral as well. I guess we don't want either in either condition. We just want both. If gesture right, I think. Keep that there, and there's neutrals at the bottom. Good morning! Hello, Grim. Welcome. We're working on some expressions. Expressions. Arrgh. Perfect. Blush is 4. Should never consider both. So I guess on confusion, we actually do want it to be able to transition to itself. Oh, that I did happy. I didn't do confusion. So this one, and transition to self. This is a VTuber avatar or a VR chat avatar. Technically, neither. This is actually a chill out VR avatar, very similar to VR chat, and we can use a lot of the same things. Okay, so confusion should be at the top of this list. Four. 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 Cool. All right. I guess for all of them, we do want you can transition to yourself. Otherwise, it's gonna flip-flop back and forth. Audible confusion. Is there anything you have to do differently when rigging for iPhone tracking as opposed to someone wearing a VR headset? There's a lot to take into consideration when it comes to facial tracking. There's different methods of facial tracking when it comes to hardware, when it comes to what type of blend shapes, like the different micro expressions. Those can all have different formats. And then there's also the platform you're putting it on. So all of those things, there's some things that streamline it, but there's no standard. There's no real standard yet. So there's still a lot of manual work to get. Like if you have an avatar with face tracking, there's no guarantee it can work with a headset if it was made for an iPhone or vice versa. Yeah, and even within VRChat, they don't support facial tracking out of the gate for most things. Just kind of sad, really. Actually, I take that blush should be above these two. Multiple standards. Problem is different apps use different standards, so it doesn't work universally anyways. Hard to do facial recognition with a brick hanging on your face. Haha. Some of the headsets are getting super light nowadays. Big Screen Beyond is a big one. Yeah, it's a big one. And some people are kind of engineering some custom solutions there, so pretty exciting. Man, expressions are challenging. Because technically they can get overwritten. It's really that using any state is very troublesome. I mean, ideally you go into an expression, you only leave that expression if you stop doing that expression. Because the issue is here, these expressions have an order in which they're considered. So you can lock out these other expressions because like if I do happy for coming out, it will always be a happy expression. It's not the order you do them in, it's the order it goes down this list. So technically you can kind of lock expressions. But it's pretty easy to undo, so it's got to be a better animator setup for expressions. These are kind of lackluster. Anyway. So we did this. Something I've dealt with VTube Studio, the expressions toggle, so turning on 2 or 3 will lead to a messed up face lol. Yeah, there has to be a better system. There's just so many little edge cases. Anytime you make some logic, you create edge cases. And that's no good. No good. Alright, we're gonna do 4. 4, we get our expression, and then I'm gonna turn on disable expressions. Perfect. Okay. So now we do have a toggle to turn them on and off. Great. Now we're going to do our final bit of animator stuff, which is adding some nicer expressions. So we have all of our expressions. Take them, drop them here. But we'd like them to be able to do a little bit more dynamic, a little punchier. We're going to do that by being able to adjust the eye size and the ear position. So for our materials on the body, what we'd like to do is go to our decal that we've created. They have this scale option, which is very useful to do stuff like that. And we would like to say renamed. So we want to be able to animate that value. Then we're going to lock this in. Same with the clothing. Same with the hair tail. And the wing mask. Alright. Now, we'll add the testing animator back. Here. Select the boy. Go to neutral. Record. Now we're going to do two things. First is select the body, scroll down to body here, grab the decal, and adjust this value. That. Then go to the ears. Extract and paste the value. Okay. And now we have these values here. On all of our other expressions, we're going to go ahead and paste those values in. Okay. And then on the body, we can go to angry, hit record, and start playing with the values, like taking the rotation. Flattening them back in a fun way. That's a little strong. Then we'll also take the scale. Why is it zoom down so much? There. And we can do something like let's do 0.5, maybe 0.25, 0.5, 7.5. Look at this. And then blip, record. We'll take the ears and we'll just kind of put them up. And we'll take the scale. We'll make them slightly bigger. Cute. Do a video demo of the AV once completed. Really eager to see all your work come together in action at the end. Thank you. I appreciate that. Probably once we get the after we get the avatar in the client's hands, make sure we get it tested and kind of working. Everything's ironed out. Whoop. I kind of like that. More like scared. Nice. All right, save that. Okay, so now we can take our main animator, drop them right here, save, play. Ooh, ooh. Cool. Expressions are spot on. Amazing work. Thank you, Rez. Yeah, the eye and ear motion just totally makes it feel so good. Okay. Super close to done. Super close to done. So, just a little bit more cleanup on Blender. So if we go to our, let's take the wings. Oh, perfect. They're already mirrored. That makes it really easy. Let's isolate this view. We're going to switch over to layout. Switch this over to only deform bones. And actually, we'll switch this to stick because I want to see the texture. So when we splay these out, say something like this, we can see the texture is suffering. We want to prevent that suffering. So start with this bone, turn on paint mask and turn off the overlay. Should be able to see this now, and I'd like to use this to kind of bring it in and help alleviate some of that little crunchiness right there. I really shouldn't have any influence past that point. Everything here. That's a little crunchy though. That is more shadow. Actually, no, it should have maximum influence right there. Still getting that pulled out. What? Anything else have influence on it? That's already a lot better. Okay. But really, nothing else should have influence on this right now. So, okay, I say that, but very obviously, there are things that do have influence on it. That one's pretty good. Okay. It's just this one here that's we're struggling with. That sucks for both of them. Okay. I really should have made the subdivision fit the wings exactly. So there's no chance of that happening. But overall, I think we're in a much better spot now. Okay. So there's that. But I'd also like to take a look at, if Blender would load, are the little tootsies. Oh, I also need to get the mask in. Okay. So for them tootsies, that's amazing. That's really spot on. Interesting. It's just slightly different on this side. So this one's fine. It's this one we're struggling with. Funny. That means to me that there's a difference on the weight painting, most likely on the beans. So we'll take the foot, select the beans. Separate them. And then delete all the shape keys. Take these ones. Delete and slap a mirror mod on there. Make sure the mirror is up top. How are we looking now? Much better. Alright, so apply that and recombine. That should fix the bean shadow on the feet at least. Then for our hands, for our hands, I was testing them a whole bunch. I really didn't see much slippage, shadows poking through, things like that. So I think that's pretty good. Okay, which means we're now looking at texture. So We're gonna do some magic. So this character is actually gonna have an alternate color scheme that we will do in a little while. Well, we'll do right now. But we'll first fix a few other things. So first is, on this character, the beans look quite good. I want to get them just a little bit more, just a slight bit of shine. More shine than they have. Just make them feel a little velvety or something. So what we're going to do, we're going to add let's actually look at Unity really quick. Go to our body material, matte cap. I give it a mask. You can make a smoothness mask for your matte cap. Huh. Fascinating. That's actually really interesting. But we do want matte caps on their own layers. So we're going to go to Edit, Shift Control E, go to our Poyomi template. We're going to make all this. Matte cap mask A or 0. I mean, these have their own. Why can't I just use? Oh, let's take a look. If I look at the mask, this is the mask on the R. Matte cap still uses the R. No, okay, we have channel here, so we can pack them into. Okay, very cool. So we will actually change that to matte cap masks, copy the whole thing, delete it, and then use an RGBA. Boom. And we're going to use the... never mind. Copy this. Make sure we're on the right fucking channel. Or whatever. Then we have the rest of these user channels, 10 through here. So user 10, user 10, okay, user 11, 12. Almost all the user channels filled up. Very cool. Wonder if I could add more. There's just a max limit to how many they have. Anyway, it starts with 10. So we're gonna add user channel 10. And on our base layer, user 10, we will create channel that I just have selected. I don't know. Base user 0. Black beans. Interesting. The claws I do not want to be included. We'll just kind of push them down a little bit too. Cool, but now we have a mask that targets the birds. And we can export the textures. Back to Unity. Go to our matcap 0. Oh, right. These are actually in a different folder now. Painter. Hello, Arctic. Welcome. Welcome back. Wait, where'd my madcap mask go? Should be using user 10. I have the user 10 channel. We are exporting to the wrong. I swear I hit that. Hello, Bade. Welcome. Welcome back. There we go. Matcap masks. Oh, that's a matcap. I want to put it here. Beautiful. Then we can take our matcap, look up the other matcaps, and we'll do something then like this, where we can take out this. We can add, well, add, and we get this kind of extra sheen on it. I don't want the color. Yeah, it's good. Ooh. Yeah, that looks really good. Super soft. Now they actually look like squishy little bean pads. Cool. I think that looks really good. Hello, Snardub. Welcome. So, just to compare, 0. I think I'd like to push it out of the edges a little bit more. So we're going to go back to Painter. Going to take this, move it from here, take our template curve here, and just use the ambient occlusion. And then I can balance it. Turn up the contrast and the balance, kind of push it a little bit further. Just a straight up levels would probably do what I want now. The blur is getting in the way. Maybe curvature would be better. Ugh, no, crunchy. Crunchy. Actually, I'll just push it up here, turn this down, then then duplicate it, turn it back up, and then push the balance in again. That way we should get, that doesn't make a freaking difference, so I don't know what the point of that is. All right, let's give that a shot. Marginal difference. Leave it there. Let me move on to other stuff. Okay, bean matte cap done. We did fix the wing shadows. I'd like to look at now is our cape here. So for the clothing, what I'm going to do with the outline, so we're actually going to offset it. I take that back. That looks terrible. Why is it cutting through the back of there so harshly? Maybe we'll just lessen how dark it is. So we can still see it, but it just feels more like a shadow. Yeah, I think that's better. Rather than just being a solid black. Cool. Now we're gonna do something quite different. On our avatar, we have this alternate color scheme. White and a light pink. So we want to create this. So there's a few things that will need to go above, like the mouth and claws need to go above. Eye socket, the nose should be brought down. Did I prevent it? I'm never sure it's not in chat anymore. Viewer spam. I didn't see any, so I think you got it. Nice. Multi-kill. Here's how you doing, Sam? I'm doing well. Doing quite well. So something, I think you guys are seeing stuff that I'm not seeing, funnily enough. Okay, so we're gonna take this to another template. I'm not used to mod view. Well, I appreciate you taking a look at him. Just witnessed a pentakill. Oh, that's right. All two of you are mods. Alt A. What we'll do is we'll take this. We'll do a base color. Should go right here. This will be our main color, which is just white, pretty sure. Yep. Oh, the eyebrows. I think we'll just have to get rid of the eyebrow shadow completely. All right. Cute. Damn, was a Penta gonna call my mom for this one? While not teaching Blender mode, my college grant me access to truly use to have access to the full Grant Abbott Blender tutorial list. Well, these are basic. I'm gonna follow them all because free stuff. I mean, hey, might as well. Cute. So now we can very easily toggle between these two different color schemes. Assuming the beans will also need to be a separate color. See a very light pink. Super cute. Glad that works so easily. Now there's one thing we'll want to change, which is going back to Blender here. We're going to go ahead and open up our Fluff Baker. Do body high poly. And in the high poly, we will delete these guys. And we will export this up a folder into the bakes, into the body, into the high poly. Overwrite that. Ooh, are the eyes a different color? They are. They're like a gray. Can't quite tell. I believe they're like a gray color. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, it's taking forever to save. So I'm gonna have two color schemes like light mode, dark mode, where they're just those whites just mask. There will be two colors. Those colors. Sharpens the pitchfork while not responding. Sorry, did I miss something? Or did I miss a question? I mean, I understand the feeling. Understand that feeling. Okay, I actually think the eyes are the same color. Good, that makes it a lot easier. But the beans are a little redder. Pinker, redder. Ooh, we also have to make alternate colors for all the fluff. And tail and that should be it. Okay. Now we can turn off the alt colors. All right, this is going to update our eyebrows so we don't no longer have a shadow beneath the eye. Good. Another check mark. Now we're gonna export the alt colors. We're gonna switch up our do Unity Albedo only. Check what that looks like. Okay, perfect. And we're gonna change this to the decals folder. Export that there. All right. And then on the body, we can simply this will overwrite the eyes. Or no, I can use the eye mask and invert it. Maybe not, but figure it out. I should just be able to drop this. Come on. There. It's just that easy. Oh wow, look how velvety the paws look now. Awesome. I'll go back to here. And we have our eye. We're gonna add a user 5 channel. The base will be white. The eye will be black. This actually should just work when I drop it down. Should just work and twerk, baby. If it loads. If it loads. Holy moly. Saving takes forever right now. That should have updated my mask. User 5 should be the decal 1 mask. Which would prevent it from being seen on the eye. Oh. Gotcha. Okay, I'm actually lucky. Well, not lucky. But that did work out in my favor because I need to do it here in this folder and with this channel. Which I could create multiple export. Beautiful. So now, simply just adjust this alpha. Doop, 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 doop. And now we just need to create a second color scheme for the wings and tail and all that stuff. All that fluff. So, back to Painter. Recent files, Lord Pepsi hair, save. This method, decal overlay, cheaper resources than doing a whole new material swap. Correct. It is a little bit cheaper because otherwise you have to hold everything, a whole nother set of textures. Like material is just a list of textures basically. If you have another material, then you have two lists of those textures rather than just an additional texture in that first list. Let's alt colors. It's just white, and this is pink. Think about that. Super cute. Still a little off. This should be pink. Did I miss that? No, I see it right here. Oh, wait. No. Oh, I see. I just didn't actually add it. Is there a decal on this anyway? What is this? Reset that one. Oh, yeah, I don't want that. Good, I'm glad I noticed that. We don't even need this mask. I'm just gonna reset the whole thing. Decal 1. Not quite the same pink. So if you want this new color scheme to also have different shader effects, etc., that's when you need a whole new material. But if it's all staying the same between the two color schemes, then you get away with the decal, I think. Pretty much. Like, technically, you could try to fit everything together if you're being really efficient. And like, Poyomi does have a lot of features, so potentially you could fit one set of effects and colors on two sets of effects and colors on the same material, but most likely you would be switching. Alright, so this pink is wrong on the dum-dum. On the doom-doom. Which one did I sample before? Let's spin this one. Yeah. Cute. Very cute. Okay, what's left? The wings and the mask. Okay. So for this one, first off, we only want it to affect the wings. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Okay, and lastly, wing mask, unlock. Decals. Cute. I think actually we will redo that. Just want to make sure I'm putting it below the shading we add. I want to go back and double check. Yeah. Looks awesome. I prefer the contrast of the light mode version. Definitely having the option makes it look super good. Ugh. That doesn't look any different. Or what I just did, that last change. Okay, so now for all of these, we want to say renamed on the alpha. And then lock them in. All right. Then actually, on everything here, I do want to select it all, deselect the folders, and make sure we set Oh, that's interesting. Can I not adjust the compression? Not for everything. Usually I can do that. Oh, I have to do it one at a time. That's unusual. It must be because these are linear Oh well. And we will actually lower the resolution of the eye texture because it does not need to be so large. Okay. These ones I can do it. So yeah, it must be the decal masks. Decal masks. I know it's Poyomi from your stream by name, but that sure seems like a fancy shader. It's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. The creator has really kind of gone above and beyond, in my opinion. Just very comprehensive. All right, so now we need an animation to put the testing onto the main one. We will go to here, we'll create an animation, create animation. We'll call Lord Pepsi, body, alt, color. And we will drop that into our testing controller. Hit record, go to the body. What's funny is we will have to do this for multiple materials and multiple objects because we do effects on a per object level. See how the fluff on the chest didn't change? So just gotta make sure we're doing it for all of them. Doing it for all of you. Doing it for all of you. Cool. So now we've got that toggle. What? What? Clipping on the knees. There's actually quite a bit of clipping. Okay, so a little bit more to do. Clipping. Was not as noticeable when the body was dark. Super cute though. So now we can so annoying. I don't like how this program sets up its toggles, but we'll go down to all this body alt. Set it to 1. I hate animators in Unity. We'll call this one null. Drag out that animation that we just made. Transition here, transition there. For both of them. We'll go to parameters, make a bool called body alt. And this one, when body alt is true, we go there. And when body alt is false, we go back to null. Awesome. Then we just want to make sure that that parameter is available to us in our advanced settings. Go here. Add in body alt. Make sure it's a toggle, Boolean toggle, default value will be false. Yep. now. We take that animator we just made. Hit play, see if it works. How many toggles and whatnot you got on that so far? 12? There's a few sliders, a few toggles. Got a slider for like the wings folding. They have like a little sway animation. Animation for the tail position. Awesome. You have this little flying animation, which is cool. Wing sway. And a move. Excuse me. You can even adjust the position of the wings. I think I said that already, but just to show you. Interesting, kind of chunky right there. We've also got cape, toggle, wings, shorts. We can turn off the tail. Tail floor collider. I don't think that floor collider is actually on our collider list. It is awesome. We turn that off. Decent amount. A decent amount. Okay. So close to done. Let's go back to Blender. Oh, there's actually a tattoo I should make. We'll do that after lunch. That one should be relatively quick. So close to done. Let's go back to my wait a second. Isn't that the wrong direction? I smell additions. No, we are gonna fix the clipping on the pants and the cape. Go ahead and save a copy. We'll call this free clipping tweaks. And save. Then we'll just take the legs, move them up until we get something like that. You can see them clipping. I'm going to switch this to random. A lot easier to see. And then what we'll do is cheat. Because we're just gonna move them out. Like that. Oh, I see. So this is actually the leg going up and clipping backwards. So I don't want to adjust this little spot here too much, because that should be fixed by the actual animator in the FBX. Okay, so we'll leave that alone. So that should fix the major knee and back clipping. Cool. Then for the cape, I'm actually just gonna move it. No, just this part. Up a little ways. We do have this elbow. Okay, so that'll be another object to create. We'll just take these. Pop them off. And we'll call them fluff. Actually, I guess I don't want them to be separate on that side. It should really just be this one. If that's the case, then I'm gonna actually do this as a, well, do it as a shape key. With Spooky Month, Pumpkin, Witch, Lo-Fi, Candy, and Autumn Music, Spooky October. Hey, hello there, No Name. How you doing? I guess just this one. No. Yeah, we're gonna do a shape key. Oh. Oh. I don't really want to do a shape key. So close. So close. I'm gonna do my checklist. Alright. The reason I'm hesitating is because I want to make sure I do this right. And the right way to do this is to create a deformer. Okay. We're going to make in this deformer layer an empty. And this is going to go right up here. Right in the middle of the elbow. We'll call this underscore hook. Elbow fluff. Copy that. And go to the body. Make a brand new vertex group. Hook elbow fluff, assign the elbow fluff to it. Then we'll add a deformer hook mod. And guess what? Guess you what? Use that. We're going to attach it right now, and then we'll scale this to frame 0, I, and frame 1, S0, I. So now we can go ahead and take our hook, turn it off. You can see it there, on there. We can go ahead and save as shape key. Take that back because I want to make sure we're using the proper name. Now I'll save as shape key. Let me turn it off. And sure enough, down here we've got it right there. Right down. Right down there. Hook elbow fluff. And that's nice because in our face rigging setup, if I ever need to recreate all my shape keys, I can make sure that we include creating shape keys from my hook mods. That way, good to go. Good to go. All right. I really should have done the same with the chest fluff as well. Would have made things a little bit simpler. But oh, so messy. Let me go ahead and retrofit this. So here on our fence toggles, we can turn off the auto generation. And we're gonna redo our little state here. Well, we know this works. We just need some custom animation clips. Correct, yeah. So I've set it up so that I can, for every displacement mod, for every hook modifier, it will save it as a shape key. And if you have named your modifiers, then it saves it with that name, which kind of creates this nice non-destructive way to add or remove. Now, if I need to go back and forth between these, if I need to remake them all, they're backed up, and I don't have to do it by hand. Or I should say, maybe I only have to do it. Hey, having adult money. I see big numbers, so want to spend it, but I know I've got to think. Alright, so testing animator. Drop back up here. Drop this here. Delete that. Go to cape on, hit record. Cape on means that the cape is on and that the fluff chest is off, and that on the body the fluff is set to 1. The other one can poke through because it does kind of clip a little bit. The other one's covered up. And then we'll do cape off and swap these. So cape off means that the cape is off. The fluff is on. And we go to our animator cape and swap these animations. All right, then put the animator here and hit play. I guess technically I want these the other way. Kind of a silly way to do it, but makes sense. There we go. And now parameters, cape. It really should not be affecting the hands. That's their default way they do it, so I don't know why that would be a thing. But we did it. Okay. So now we've got the clipping done. I do want to review X leg position. So we go here, configure, muscles and settings for our legs. The left leg, we do have the ability to move that. That's fine. But then this one here. So I can push it back quite a bit. But it shouldn't clip all the way through. Good. Okay. That's it. The mask. So in Chill Out, you can make props.
First we need, well, not even first. Just because I want. I need a bit more. Set it above a little bit more. This button. That's free because there's no real origin to grab it from. This next one. So if you're bored, let's see, let me attachment type bone type, slap it to my head, and it's just type man.
So Chill Out allows for the creation of props. And we have our mask. Which we need to just update really quick. It should use my wing mask material. Okay. All right. But it is not just thing. You can make a spawnable. Initially, I did have it in my VR chat project, but yeah, this is going to be for chill out.
Don't have to do that, truthfully. It's just
And so I can spawn it, we can make it a pickup object. I don't know what interactable does in this case, if we can already pick it up. Let's go to trigger. But we can also make it an attachment. Attachment type bone. We want it to attach to the head. Gotta head out now. Have a nice rest of your day. I'll same to you, Arctic. Enjoy your day. Thank you for coming by. And we'll catch you later. I need to go have lunch in just a second as well. Ugh. Snapping. Okay, so let's look this up. Chill out VR. Spawnable. What the? I can't scroll. Oh my god. Can't scroll all the way down this list. Jesus. Are you kidding me? I can't actually see all the components on this list. Okay, I can just, well, no, because I can't scroll down there. Something's broken when it's in full screen, and even then I can't. Weird. Websites suck these days, honestly. That's definitely feels like it should be not that way. Alright, so we want to make an attachment. Attach the bone to a bone of an avatar. Attach the object to a tracker. Well, I want it to snap to something, but what is a tracker? Tracker as in position tracker. So we probably want it to attach to a bone. Let's go back to that tutorial we were watching.
It used to be the attached distance 5. Use these ones on attach. We're gonna use the another trigger. It's gonna be Necrid Soul. And we're gonna put our object.
There's all the stuff you can call. I don't want it to call anything. I literally just want it to attach.
Or attaching anything else.
So it should attach. Pretty sure. We'll say 0.25. That should be pretty close. And so it should attach to the head. I wish I could skull mask, and we can call this mask snapping point. Trying to make it attach to the head. Actually, I should put this into the mask at 0, 0, 0, and then put the mask where I want it to be. Should be right about there. And then take out the mask snapping point and put that. So when it's snapped to right there. And for snapping point type, I want it to attach to skull mask. That should be it. And then I'll also let it attach to the bone, to the hip. That way I think you could stick it down onto the hip. They should be able to spawn it at any time, so. Alright, I'm 90% sure that should work. We'll find out after lunch. Okay, y'all. I'm going to take a break here. For anyone new here, I'm just going on lunch. I'll be back in about 2 hours for the second half of the day, where we'll pick up and we're going to finish this avatar up. So close to done. It's really just testing in VR now. And we'll make a little thumbnail. And then we'll be moving on to other avatars and getting those done as well. I think we could probably finish one other avatar by pretty soon. I'd like to finish them by Friday, but we'll see how that goes. iBite is pretty close behind. But thank you all for hanging out this morning. Hope you're all having an amazing Wednesday. Think about that. Now again, I'll see you all very, very soon. See you in a little bit. Bye Snarden, bye Ariso, bye Reyes, bye Grim, everyone else that is lurking. Hope you're having a good one. Bye y'all. Bye!